with what she said.
Yo,
and
didn't the Humanist report say was bitching that he didn't make the list?
Yep, that's the next thing I was gonna get into.
What a herb, yo! I swear to God.
Yo, apparently Nixon in the Watergate tapes or whatever. That's where limited hangout comes from. Crazy.
So yeah, the Humanist report, who I left off the list because he wasn't attacking Jimmy, and from what I had heard, he was challenging AOC in this video, but I mean, does have a history of being way too nice to TYT and wanting really hard to be a part of their club. He was upset that he didn't make the list. He didn't make my list. He's like, how in the fuck did I not make this list? And then I said, I mean, you were quiet about forced to vote for a while, and he was quiet about it. He wasn't saying much about it, and aren't calling out your friends. I listed who are focusing their energy on attacking Jimmy over actually fighting for Medicare for all. But if you want to join your friends instead of holding them accountable, join them. I mean, he wants to be a part of them so badly, so might as well, right? And David Doel, also, your buddy from Canada propaganda. He subtweeted me. He said, I don't care if you like me. Don't put me on a stupid ass list that attempts to divide me and my friends in this space with snake emojis above their names. You people are pathetic. And then I said, you can tag me, David. You weren't attacking Jimmy like the others were. They're the ones dividing the left by focusing their energy on attacking Jimmy rather than fighting for Medicare for all. And they also revealed to be hypocrites, many of which support imperialism. Including like these people, like they toe the line with these corporatists, like telling us to vote for Joe Biden. They're okay with imperialism. They're okay with people suffering. They know better. They're not like the people who follow them, who don't know and who may not know any better, who are putting their trust in them, or normies. These people should know better. They're informers, and they're misguiding people to vote for these people that are going to create more suffering, just like what we're seeing with the stimulus bill that's going into the military so that we can cause suffering in other countries and giving us crumbs so that we can suffer in this country.
Yeah. And then they go out for brunch.
And that's what David Doel did. He went out to brunch and he was joking about it, being so disingenuous.
I'm gonna go eat a fucking $50 meal and you can't.
It's the same people.
Off, dude, I was broke as fuck that day and I seen that picture. I was like, motherfucker, man, I would love to go out to fucking some brunch. You kidding me?
It's the same people who are always attacking Tulsi when the criticism didn't merit. There are ways that you can criticize Tulsi, but the things that they were criticizing Tulsi on were very weak and already debunked. They were pretty much smears that the corporate media put out. They bought into Russiagate, or they were agnostic about it, like David and Humanist Report. They were agnostic about it, or they were not saying anything about it because they didn't want to upset their friends at TYT. They also don't talk about civil liberties. They're quiet about Assange. It's the same people.
Same playbook, yeah. There's parameters to what they can cover and what they won't cover.
They got the analytics figured, man.
Yeah. And Prop, you said that David Doel also tells people to vote for corporatists in Canada.
Yeah. He really he was during our last election. He was promoting the NDP and like disparaging the Green Party. And I don't even support the NDP or the Green Party. But then I was like, dude, why don't you ever support like the minority parties, like the Communist Party or anything like that? And he came back at me saying that the Communist Party is irrelevant and that
why don't you make it relevant?
He gave the same excuse that people gave to Jill Stein supporters, and I think he was a Jill Stein supporter. No, I don't know, but
he liked her, but he was telling people to vote for Hillary.
Yeah. So he gave that same excuse, and then he would I've heard him in the past trying to explain Canadian history, and he puts it all on the back of this party called the NDP, and it's the New Democratic Party. And the history of their party is that it's literally like a CIA cutout. there was a Red Scare in Canada. We had a really strong Communist Party. It was the second made political party in Canada. They pushed the Conservative and the Liberal Party to do all these like the New Deal, like for Canada. Pretty much the same thing that happened in America happened to Canada. The minority parties pushed the Conservative and the Liberal parties to do the New Deal and like actually like help people out a slight bit or whatever. But before they would denigrate any of these policies and say they were stupid, and then pretty much they adopted half of the policies that were like the policies that pretty much just release pressure and aren't actually like changing the system, like things like healthcare and stuff. So he pushes this like fake history of Canada and makes it seem like the NDP is just the fucking be-all end-all party, and if the NDP becomes the leaders of Canada, then Canada is going to be this fucking utopian place, or it's going to be, it's like Bernie Sanders' movement in Canada, and the leader of the NDP for the provincial party in my province won. And it's like a very conservative province, but the NDP has like farming history, being like pro-farmer or whatever. So they were able to win Alberta. And this woman, Rachel Notley, she was like same as Obama, like the woke politics, but was like going and like jerking off oil companies. And like she threatened to sue BC over a pipeline. She wanted a pipeline in. So this David Doel guy is like pushing for this NDP party and obfuscating from all these terrible things they do, and then doesn't have the balls to promote the Communist Party because they don't have a chance, he says. And to me, he doesn't want to push those parties because they'll fuck up his analytics and his view count and his money flow.
Yeah, and I know.
What's wrong with interviewing some leaders from the Communist Party?
Right? Don't you want to help them out and make them bigger?
Show. It's content.
So, like, they're counterproductive from the goal of taking down the establishment and having a more representative government, because they think we can achieve it by being nice to politicians and putting the lesser evils in, because so and so is worse. Even though so-and-so is going to deny you healthcare just as much as the other so-and-so in the Democratic Party. And from what you're telling me, he does it in his country. And that's what we're seeing here. The unmasking of these people who are not really in it for the progressive movement or are really misguided. Their masks are coming off, or they want their masks to come off, just like Humanist Report and David Doel. That was debate. Because they weren't on that list because they hadn't done anything to trigger themselves to be like revealed like these other people who were attacking Jimmy Dore or belittling the strategy while not proposing a better strategy. They took the bait and they revealed themselves that they also want to be a part of that club that isn't actually doing anything to help people out. So that's why I call them out. That's why I call them neoliberals, because they are helping out the neoliberals. And if you want to criticize Jimmy Dore, there are ways to criticize Jimmy Dore. Check out my Discord and how people on there, they're not Jimmy Dore sycophants. We criticize Jimmy Dore and how he doesn't cover enough foreign policy sometimes because he gets too distracted on calling out the Democrats and calling out the mainstream news, which is fine because he wants to call out things that are not obvious to people on the left. But like these are constructive criticisms that you can give Jimmy Dore, not attacking his character or bringing up past beef because he called out your imperialism. He called out you taking corporate money. So that is the great unmasking.
Yeah, to me it shows their insecurities. Because to me, I said that to David Doel about the communist thing in his comment section. I didn't even have to buy a super chat. He's seen it. And it fucking just like hit his brain like a bullet. And
they know they're phonies and they're insecure. That's why they responded to me. That's why they responded to your comment. That's why they got triggered by my list.
You guys know what's funny though? Why did all these people want no smoke with Richard and Grey Zone? Though?
They blocked them. Yeah, we didn't even get into that. Check out Richard Medhurst's video on how he went in on Nomiki Khan's Anna Kasparian. They couldn't debunk him when he challenged them and schooled them on Middle Eastern foreign policy and how these individuals associated with TYT pushed for regime change in those countries.
So just think about how they come after you. For Ben Norton and Max Blumenthal literally post a video of Anna giddy over Madeleine Albright. Nothing to say to him. They block Richard. They blocked
Dan Cohen when he called out Nomiki Khan's.
So they know who to stay away from. So they know something. They know who they can come at and who they can't come at.
They came at me because I'm not at the level of journalism as Grey Zone, Dan Cohen, Richard.
To them you're a little fried. So they're like,
that's what they think. That's what they think.
Little do they know. Though they didn't know what they're doing. Now it's fucking like free publicity. Have you got like more subs and stuff since?
Have I what?
You got like, more subscribers?
I don't know if it's because of my other videos. Like I've been getting a lot of subs from all the content that I've been putting out recently.
He's been on a run. Yeah, he's been on.
Yeah, I gained a lot from that interview with Kayla when I had Nico on. I also gained some subs. People, and yeah, the solo videos that I did gained a lot of subs. Also my streams. Maybe I did pick up a lot of followers on Twitter because of that list.
Yeah, that's good though, because when you say you're live, a lot of haters. A lot of people that fuck with you are gonna pull up too.
I got a lot of hate mail for that, but I also got a lot of love mail.
Yeah,
and I know I have people who have my back.
It comes like with the territory, man. If you're not successful, you ain't got haters.
Look, I care about the truth. I care about working class people. That's why I call out these people, the boutique left, like Richard Medhurst called them.
Yeah,
who are misinforming people. Receiving corporate money for their network, scamming people like we just got into, or having MSNBC contracts and they don't want to tarnish that MSNBC contract, which purposely misinforms people. I do this because I want the audience, the people who follow these people, to be more conscious about this. You don't have to unsubscribe to them. You don't have, and look, don't harass these people on personal things. Just call them out on the facts.
Yeah, like the facts are on our side. There's no need. That's what they want. They want you to say something that give them an out. No, don't give them any out. Just hit them with the hard.
Yeah, don't go personal. Don't go. Just stick with the facts. They can't say shit. They can't. Yeah, like when I responded to Anna Kasparian with the picture of Madeleine Albright and a link to Max Blumenthal and Moderate Rebels calling her out on how she interviewed all these war criminals and was promoting NATO for imperialism. She didn't say shit. She didn't say shit to Max Blumenthal or Ben Norton. She ignores them or she blocks them. Just like Nomiki Khan's and Francesca Fiasco or whatever her name is, blocking Richard Medhurst and Dan Cohen.
Yeah.
They can't say shit to these legit journalists.
Word.
All right, Anthony and Prop, my brothers, thank you so much for coming on. I really enjoyed the conversation. You want to give a final shout out or a final message for everybody?
Word.
Yeah, I just want to shout out the chat. Everybody's wonderful, and we're gonna keep growing this community little by little. Get into Franco's Discord. Somebody sent you a super chat too.
Yeah, shout out to North American Ape, loving the show. My favorite thing was Cons coming in with that Tupac hit 'em up energy, then left singing "Where is the love" after she got roasted. Yeah, for real. She thought like when people showed how she was for imperialism in Libya, she didn't have shit to say, and she's like, no, all these bots are coming after me. Dan Cohen was like, no, these are real people coming after you for being an imperialist. You white savior. Like, she has a white savior complex. She thinks she's smarter than those people in Libya. That's why she went over there.
Their bots are like, like say like the same thing, like bots are like, or they have like paid trolls or whatever, obviously. But the majority of these people ain't fucking like just posting the same shit. It's always like very original fucking content being said.
All right. Again, thank you guys. To my audience, I love you guys. Thank you so much. We're seeing a lot of success with this channel. I'm going to continue to bring on voices like this who are actually genuine. I'm going to bring on more journalists like Caleb Maupin. I'm trying to reach out to more journalists like that. And I'm going to continue to inform you guys and stick to objective analysis. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay informed and stay conscious. Take care.